Okay. Can I please have a warm round of applause and welcome for the wedding party? Mother of the bride and the brother of the bride, Corey and Sean. The parents of the groom, Tom and Katie Dunlay. The sister of the bride and friend of the groom, Megan and Ryan. The sister of the bride, friend of the groom, and the flower girls, Stephanie, Matt, and Alicia. The best man and brother, friend of the bride and the groom, Tommy, Beth, and Brandon. The best man and brother, the matron of honor, Jimmy and Katie. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in man and wife, we have the bride and the groom, Katelyn and Chris. If I could have your attention, please. I got some very special ladies and gentlemen here that have a few words to say.
Welcome. I am the matron of honor, and for those of you that don't know me, my name is Katie Betcher. I met Katelyn in 2nd grade when I joined Girl Scouts. One of my earliest memories is when Katelyn convinced her mom, Corey, to be the cookie mom for Girl Scouts. Now, if you've ever had Girl Scout cookies, then chances are you've purchased multiple boxes at a time. Well, imagine your living room filled with boxes of Thin Mints, Tagalongs, and trefoils. My dad and I went there, and there was Katelyn standing in the middle of her living room, surrounded by boxes of Girl Scout cookies to her ceiling. Something that Katelyn and I have always enjoyed together are puzzles. I have vivid memories of us sitting around a card table, rain pouring down outside, and Katelyn systematically seeking out the 4 corner pieces and then the edges. Katelyn was always able to see the bigger picture, and our picture is made up of so many different memories. And that includes countless Girl Scout meetings, sleepovers, making skewers and scooping ice cream at Kimball's, hopping through the Disney parks, a vast collection of 311, Guster, Zox, and Kiss concerts, flying to Colorado to visit Stephanie, and Italy to see the Coliseum with Latin Club, and now ferries to Nantucket, flights to California, dinners at Conrad's, country fests in the old Ford truck, maritime info sessions, marinating meat in a bag, and endless games with chips and dip. Yesterday, when I was folding Katelyn and Chris's ceremony programs and reading it as I folded their thank you, reminded me of Katelyn's many puzzle endeavors. It takes a village to raise a child, and we think we turned out pretty good. And I thought of Katelyn sorting her puzzle pieces and realized that throughout her life, Katelyn has been assembling her life puzzle, and each of us is one of Katelyn's puzzle pieces, making her village. About 6 years ago, Katelyn came across the piece known as Chris Dunlay. And Katelyn incorporated this piece into her puzzle, interlocking directly beside her. They are now building their life puzzle together, and I look forward to being there and watching their puzzle pieces fall into place. I would like to make a toast wishing Katelyn and Chris many laughs, exciting adventures, lasting memories, and a long life together. Yeah. Cheers.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jim Dunlay. I'm one of the best men and Christopher's brother. I'd like to thank everyone for coming from far and wide and fighting a good amount of Cape traffic to be here, celebrate the rest of Christopher and Katelyn's lives together. From what I hear, the courtship doesn't end with the marriage ceremony. It just begins. So I hope that Christopher and Katelyn continue to fall in love every day, time after time, again and again. And I hope they never go to bed mad at each other, but stay up to fight it out. I wish them all the happiness and prosperity in the future. And on that note, I'd like to pass it off to someone who's not really a brother, but he's kind of a brother. More of a pain in the ass. Ladies and gentlemen, Brennan Armour.
I guess I won't be asked for another round of applause for you. Thanks. Alright, bear with me. So, my name is Brennan Armour, and I've known Chris since I was about 7 years old. We have a very long and, well, adventurous history together. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you all for being here today, especially those of you who knew I'd be saying a few words. It's very touching that you decided to show up anyway. Believe it or not, Christopher actually asked me to speak tonight, and I thought that marrying Katelyn meant he was finally starting to make good decisions in his life. I'm not a very experienced public speaker, so I find it easier to read the speech word for word. Actually, I've practiced it almost daily for about a week now, so I know it well. That's a tip I read in a book about speeches. I've also been drinking pretty aggressively for the last 2 hours. That's a tip I made up myself. What can you say about a man who is cut above the rest? A man of true integrity, character, intelligence, and class. But enough about me, let's talk about Chris. In all the years I've known Chris, I've never heard anybody question his intelligence. As a matter of fact, I've never heard anybody mention it. Seriously. I've known Chris since we were in 2nd grade. He's my oldest friend. We used to ride the bus together every day to school. More astute children may have sought out a slimmer bus buddy, but we seem to make it work. Seriously, Chris, I'm surprised they didn't make us sit on different sides of the bus to maintain optimal weight distribution. I can tell you from experience, we'd never get away with that on Cape Air. Chris used to love the window seat, and I was okay with that because, well, let's just say Chris hit his growth spurt early. I kid you not, Chris he's barely grown an inch since then. Actually, if you look at our 3rd grade class picture, at the bottom it says, "For Chris Dunlay, please see attached." We didn't have yearbooks back then, but I imagine if we did, Chris would have been voted most likely to have fallen from a beanstalk. I remember Chris always used to love cars. Ever since he started driving when he was 12. So I'm going to tell you about a few cars. I remember when I was first blessed enough to get to know the Dunlays, they had one of those old Chrysler minivans with the wood paneling on the side. Now, I don't need to elaborate when I tell you that Chris comes from a large family. And I'm not talking about the amount of people. Well, they all used to pile into this thing, and every so often my father and I would end up driving right behind him on the way to the bus stop. There's no exaggeration when I tell you couldn't fit a half penny between the street and their back bumper. Sometimes Mr. Dunlay would drive a few extra kids, and the vehicle would literally make sparks as it dragged along the pavement. My father and I would always get a kick out of it, except in late autumn when the leaves get dry. Then we'd find ourselves calling Westwood Fire, alerting them of a potential brush fire on Thatcher Road. I'd like to tell you about another car for a second, if you'll indulge me. The first time I came to this island, Mr. Dunlay drove us in his old Mitsubishi Montero. Tom always understood the first rule of sales. Never have a car nicer than the customer. If you ever saw this thing, you know he took that sentiment to heart. So we started off down the highway, we didn't make it that far. We were traveling down the road, going about 90. I mean 55. And the car starts to shake. Next thing you know, the wheel goes shooting off the car into the woods. I'm not kidding, clean off the axle. This thing took off like a Kenyan down Conab on Marathon Monday. This was before the age of cell phones. So we had to canvass the neighborhood, knocking on doors, asking somebody to use their phone. Needless to say, seeing a man of Mr. Dunlay's stature walking through your neighborhood and approaching your door is not the most comforting sight. I could literally stand up here for hours, right? But I'm seriously afraid if I do, Katelyn won't let me hang out with Chris anymore. But in all seriousness, I remember the first time Chris introduced me to Katelyn, and she can attest to this. I told her she better take care of him, because he means a great deal to me. Okay? That was 6.5 years ago, and here we sit today. Chris, you've always been there for me, and I only hope that I've been the same for you. It's truly an honor to serve as your groomsman. You're one of the greatest people I know, and it's a great honor to call you my friend. Extremely lucky today, you've found yourself a wonderful wife. I don't know anyone who deserves that love more. May you have the best of luck, and to close, I'd like to quote an old Irish wedding song. In good times and bad times, in sickness and in health, may you know that riches are not needed for wealth, and help you face problems that you'll meet on the way. God bless this couple that married today.
All right, my name's Sam, Chris's brother. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I'm just going to say, Chris made us all very proud today. We're super ecstatic to be here. We appreciate you having us out. Katelyn, you look absolutely stunning. Yeah. We had a beautiful day. I couldn't imagine a better wedding. Like I said, short and sweet. Here for these guys. Have a great rest of your life together. And let's get dancing. That's it.
There we go.